大家好，欢迎收看《Ita 看世界》，一起看世界。我是老外。
大家好，我是拉瑙。来到12月份，国际间迎接圣诞节的氛围是越来越浓厚了，而在我们的国内以及原乡部落也不例外。
温馨的月份，也就让更多人期待能有更温暖、更和平的生活。而从基本的关怀出发，其实也不难。部落看世界，我们先从一项澳洲的家庭支持计划开始，感受这一份强大的陪伴能量。过去澳洲政府强压推动的同化政策，造成了失窃的一代。当时政府的做法是把许许多多部落的小孩送往寄宿家庭或者是寄宿学校里面来居住，直接的受到这种殖民政府的教育。不当的政策是让这一群人留下了难以抹灭的伤疤。
而为了再次避免犯同样的错误，澳洲原民妇女团体是发起了家庭照护的支持计划，在部落成立儿童社福中心，协助高风险家庭的父母来到这里，陪伴他们照顾孩子，让破碎的家庭再次重建。
虽然这个妇女团体很努力的在帮助这些需要被照顾的孩子们，但是他们还是显得力不从心，所以是满心期待能有更多人能够加入他们的行列。
澳洲北领地的凯撒林镇上，巴纳角部落的年轻妈妈 Olivia Turner 在原民儿童社福中心里，正在陪1岁的儿子读故事书。
Yeah, it's really nice, especially with my little one. He likes exploring.
Oh, well, it's good. Sarah can have a draw. She'll relax in the cool.
孩子在亲人陪伴下安心成长。当家庭功能失衡，被政府通报为安置个案，许多澳洲孩童将会被送到外地的社福单位或家庭，远离部落。因此，巴纳角的原民妇女团体在市中心成立社福照护中心，让儿童能够留在家乡。而这项计划也获得北领地政府的补助支持。
Yes, we want to stop our kids going into more non-Indigenous care. We're trying to engage with our community clients in a more cultural way instead of the government is making decisions for our children.
计划推动之后，巴纳角的儿童安置数量显著下降，但是北领地的孩童移地安置数量仍然比全国高出2倍。而且其中高达90%是原民孩子。2022年统计，北领地有将近半数的孩子被通报受害。
Has the situation for Aboriginal children and families gotten any better in the Northern Territory? I have to question that because the data is evident.
仍有越来越多的原民孩童被政府安置到非原民的社福单位，而不是安排进入亲属家中。
We look towards kinship care, particularly for our Aboriginal children. But from time to time, we are not able to provide places such as that.
代理委员会向政府呼吁，应该扶持更多由原民经营的社福中心。除此之外，北领地有超过1/3的原民孩童处于贫穷线下，也需要政府更积极的协助。Ita 看世界整理报道。
其中的话题来看到的是用族语来播新闻或者是播报球赛，对长期有在收看我们原住民族电视台的朋友们来说，应该是觉得很自然、更习以为常的。而奈及利亚这里，因为有个电台主持人使用他的族语来讲评球赛的赛事，是让他圈了不少粉。
的确，在以英文为主要使用语言的奈及利亚，出现了一个有鲁巴族的族语声道，也立马吸引了很多听众来听他播报。当然，这位主持人除了使用流利的族语之外，爱呛人的风格是让听众听得又爱又讨厌。
娱乐效果强，听得开心更是重要。来看看他是怎么虏获听众的心。
走进录音室里，拿起麦克风，激动转播赛事。奈及利亚广播电台主持人生动的族语讲评，吸引成千上万的尤鲁巴族人收听。 在英语广播才是主流的奈及利亚，他的节目让不熟悉英语的听众用更轻松的方式掌握赛事流程。
gbogbo ẹni tí sport yìí tẹ̀tẹ̀lẹ̀ nígbà tán bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí gbọ́ Yorùbá inú wọn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí dùn nísìnyí báyìí tẹ́lẹ̀ nígbà tán máa ń fòyìnbó sọ èèyàn mélòó ló wà ní rédíò bọ̀ sí sìn everybody máa fẹ́ gbọ́ tó bá ti tó táìmù yẹn láti gbé dé abínibí.
wọ́n ti ń wúra tán wọ́n ti ń gbéra tán ó ti ń pọ̀ fún wọn。
族语特色成为节目一大卖点，但是主持人挖苦队员的辛辣风格也不容忽视。分寸拿捏恰当，听众不但买单，甚至期待他开金口教训输球的队伍，并且尊称她为运动女王。
kì í pé torí mi ò gbọ́ English náà mo gbọ́ díẹ̀díẹ̀ náà ṣùgbọ́n ṣá tí ẹ̀yẹ́ máa ń yé mi gan torí ó máa ṣe àwọn ẹ̀fẹ̀ yẹn ó máa ṣe àwọn ẹ̀fẹ̀ yẹn bí nísìnyí tó máa nọ Chelsea nísìnyí àbọ̀ nọ Arsenal àfi Arsenal ṣe ẹ̀yẹ tó máa nọ Chelsea àfi Chelsea ṣe ẹ̀yẹ mọ́nà Barca ṣe ẹ̀yẹ kì í ṣe pé sport kì í ṣe pé ó tẹ̀lé yìí kan tó pé kì í ṣe pé ó tẹ̀lé yìí kan lè mi sọ Arsenal nísìnyí ó fi mi ṣe ẹ̀yẹ nígbà tó ń dàgbà ìgbà tá a wá náà Man City ó tó wá ṣe ẹ̀yẹ débi pé mo rẹ̀ sí ní mi rẹ̀ dùn gan ló jẹ́ gbẹ̀mí tó ló jẹ́ kí n láìkí program ẹ̀ nìyẹn.
节目播出4年来，听众人数累积300万，但是主持人还有更远大的目标，那就是用 Yoruba 族语转播欧洲冠军联赛，让族人在世界级的比赛中听见熟悉的语言。
I really wish and hope to expand sport in Yoruba globally, on the global stage, because see, there are times when I watch the UEFA Champions League draw and you have other people from like Portuguese, they are speaking Portuguese, they are speaking French, speaking Spanish. I can also speak Yoruba on UEFA Champions League draw stage, on UEFA Champions League final stage, like, and you get translator that will translate.
记者吴品如、林柏宏编译。
而一批沦落在英国的文物，在等了70年之后，终于是回到了自己的家乡，也就是澳洲的格鲁特岛。英国方面返还了原住民族人的传统工艺文物，也传递出跟承载着这和解的最大诚意。
历经将近3年的协商，英国曼彻斯特博物馆终于在今年将174件文物归还给澳洲格鲁特岛的阿宁迪利亚垮族人，回到故土的怀抱。
Just doing a celebrating, and we happy, we proud, because the artifacts came back to where it belongs.
这些手工制作的文物包含长矛、编织篮，以及教导孩子学习亲属关系与责任的彩绘贝壳玩偶。
So I remember playing with this because my grandmother, she used to come with us and collect them.
I feel proud, happy for them to stop, came back to me. For my children, grandchildren, so they can see it for future.
1950年代，英国人类学家 Peter Worsley 将这些文物带回英国，后来捐赠给曼彻斯特博物馆。而文物的归还，对双边来说，意味着踏出和解的一大步。
This is about a reconnection with the First Nations of Australia, and indeed to recognise them as the oldest living culture in the world. So for Britain today, this is part of our reconciliation journey.
All institutions are at different stages in terms of their journey around considering repatriating material and decolonising archives.
主导这次协商的澳洲原住民族与托勒斯海峡岛民研究机构，至今已协助2000多件文物返还澳洲，但仍需要大量的时间和资源投入这条漫长之路。记者拉瑙、花嘉欣编译。
文物的返还给了在地族人莫大的力量，不过在智利的艾玛拉族却面临了传统纺织的传承危机。
吃饭时间一到，骆马立刻蜂拥而上。 他们身上的毛是Aymara族人传统服饰 Aksu 的重要原料。从剪毛、搓线到后来纺织成一块完整的布料，最长可能要花费2年以上的时间。费尽心力，以传统工法制作的 Aksu 是出席重大场合必备的正式服装。
Con la traje que decimos Aksu, se usa más, digamos, el día importante, matrimonio, la fiesta, el floreo, ceremonia, para todas esas cosas nuestro traje es importante para ponerse. Uno con ese se siente, digamos, que soy indígena, que soy Aymara.
在智利农业发展单位所主办的服装秀上，Aymara的女儿们穿上母亲编织的传统服饰，骄傲地在伸展台上秀出世代之间的传承。台下的族人一方面感到欣慰，一方面想方设法寻找有心力投注资源学习编织的新一代。
Antes los niños se inventaban con qué jugar. Entonces ya nosotros a la edad de 5, 4 años veíamos a nuestras madres que ellas iban hilando, torciendo, tejiendo. ¿Y qué pasa? Que nosotros hacíamos lo mismo. Que como ver a la mamá era nuestro reflejo de cómo nosotros teníamos que realizarnos también como personas. Y así, pero yo recuerdo que ya a los 6 años, 7 años, mi mamá ya nos enseñó a tejer.
分布在智利、秘鲁、玻利维亚3个国家的Aymara族人口将近300多万，但是根据统计，智利的Aymara族人口却不到16万，占比仅有5%。人数先天屈居劣势，再加上人口流失，智利Aymara族的传统编织遭到现代化的拉扯，出现越来越多破绽，需要弥补。记者吴品如、林柏宏编译。
现在的极端气候考验着全球的人们，而南美洲的国家玻利维亚，这几年的观察，降雨现象是明显的减少，这也导致了地方陷入长期的干旱问题。现在临近首都的拉巴斯水库，这蓄水量大约就只剩下135天的供应量了，大家的生活生计是亮起了红灯。不想再这样干等着，上百位的玻利维亚人是来到了水坝附近的高地，进行了祈雨仪式，希望天降甘霖。
超过300位玻利维亚人在艳阳下的荒漠游行。这里是印卡查卡水坝附近的高地平原，能够俯瞰整个首都拉帕斯。他们此行的目的是来祈雨，好让一场严重威胁生活供水的干旱能够尽快结束。
En este momento hemos salido aquí donde nos ven para clamar por la lluvia. Si en verdad en estos momentos el calentamiento global está afectando a Bolivia, y no solo a Bolivia, sino a todo el mundo entero. Y nosotros necesitamos lluvia para los sembradíos, lluvia para los alimentos, lluvia para nosotros mismos.
玻利维亚首都拉帕斯人口大约220万人，是境内最大的城市之一。用水来自邻近10座水库，但是国营水公司提出警告，目前总共只剩下135天的水量。若是没有足够的大雨，这座高海拔城市的用水将在明年2月枯竭。当地的雨季大约在12月开始，但是最新的气象观测却看不见大雨的迹象。
El cambio climático que se está provocando estas son las causas, ¿no? que está pasando la humanidad. Y nosotros por eso hemos venido aquí a este lugar para poder unirnos en oración y en un solo clamor orar a Dios para que pueda hacer caer la lluvia sobre la tierra.
靠近南美洲西岸的玻利维亚受到圣婴现象的影响非常显著。圣婴现象是指东太平洋海水异常升温的现象，也是造成极端气候发生的原因。玻利维亚国家气象局表示，因为圣婴现象，境内恐怕只会有零星降雨，导致水情告急，引发全国关注。 Ita 看世界整理报道。
泰国的暹罗湾有1/4的海域因为藻类过度生长的关系，沿岸一眼看去变成了深绿色。稍后来看看海洋学家的说法。
回到Ita的节目现场，环境保护与经济生活的发展，看在不少人的眼里，往往就像是处在天平的两端。
透过全球部落志的镜头，我们要先带观众朋友继续前往到巴西的亚马逊雨林。
在巴西的亚马逊雨林，有2成的森林被开发成畜牧业和酪农的牧场，而他们和国家农业研究院合作，靠着种植特定的作物，增加草地的养分，提高牛群的产量和品质。
维护环境上的策略还不止这样，加上地方的分区进行轮流放牧，充分的恢复地力，这样也就不用再开辟更多的牧场。这里也落实了用科技和自然的方式改善农业技术，维系了生活，也守护了森林。亚马逊雨林蓊郁茂密，巴西农业研究院土壤科学家 Judson 正在参与一项农业改良计划。
Today we have 20% of the Amazon is already being cleared and 80% remains as forest. So there are 2 challenges. One is to develop solutions to make forest profitable and also increase productivity, reclaim degraded land and increase productivity on the deforested areas.
10多年的研究成果，加德森重新培力退化的牧场，也改善牧场经营模式，为农牧业者找到永续的解方。
And I decided to become a researcher in Embrapa Acre. And I was hired as part of a project at that time already that the goal was to develop tech solutions for farmers to reclaim or improve the management, reclaim degraded pastures or improve the management of existing pastures. I did partnership with the farmers, small, medium, large farmers, and we did the experiment in their own farms with the farmers participating. And by doing that, anything that started to work to make a difference, the farmer himself would start to advertise for his friends and neighbors by word of mouth.
一起合作的农人 Luis Augusto 牧场有4500英亩。2007年开始，他不再砍伐森林，改为种植饲料花生，增加土地肥力。
A leguminosa, principalmente essa que nós adotamos por último, que é o amendoim forrageiro. Ela é muito interessante porque, além de fixar nitrogênio no solo, ela compõe a dieta do animal. O animal come bem essa leguminosa e ela tem um nível de proteína mais alto, a digestibilidade melhor.
走进牧场，路易斯摊开地图，说自己会把牧场分割成小区域，轮替使用放牧地点。这样，有些地方培养草地时，牛群还可以持续吃到新鲜的草，因为新长的草更有营养，也更好消化。而新种植的饲料花生有根瘤菌，会把空气中的氮气带到土里，提供非常好的氮素营养，还可以增加牛乳产量。
When you help farmers to improve productivity of the deforested areas, you, to some extent, you're helping to reduce the pressure on the remaining areas of forest.
Porque a gente tinha aquela cultura de só derrubar, formar e achar que espaço que ia, como de fato, espaço ganha. Mas se você tem a tecnologia, pouco espaço você cria, quase o mesmo tanto naquele monte de espaço.
种了豆类之后，牧场在干季时也不会变得一片枯黄，而牛群吃了2个晚上这里的草之后，分泌的牛奶比原先多了20%，让农场的起司生产量增加，还可以拿到在地市场上贩卖。
If people are not able to guarantee their well-being, a good income and their well-being, a good quality of life, the forest is not going to be preserved.
Ita 看世界整理报道。
继续留在巴西亚马逊州首府马瑙斯附近的Tatuyo部落，是许多观光客指定造访的地点，因为这里保存了少有的原住民族传统生活方式，对待外来的朋友也相对友善。
当然，推动观光发展固然是件好事，其中最值得赞赏的是大家很有共识的，尽可能降低对环境的污染。例如，他们就使用了太阳能板来取代燃油发电机。
工作人员驾驶船只花上2个钟头，从巴西亚马逊州的首府马瑙斯来到Tatuyo部落。这些面板所产生的电量可以提供游客的夜间照明以及其他基本需求。如此一来，就可淘汰之前使用的燃油发电机。
Geradores à base de diesel, à base de gasolina, polui muito mais. Daqui a placa, os melhores para a nossa natureza, conserva bem.
位于河边的Tatuyo部落属于 Puronga Conquista 永续发展保留区的一部分。族人除了进行传统的农耕和渔猎，也透过观光业赚取主要收入。当地人创立的小型商家和观光业者是永续发展组织积极培育的对象。
Essas comunidades que vivem aqui nessa localidade vivem da renda prioritariamente do turismo. Então, a nossa atuação aqui, trazendo kit de energia solar, dando condições básicas, dignidade, qualidade de vida, impulsionando o segmento, é fundamental para que continuem atuando nessa atividade econômica.
Que es un lugar muy especial, tiene que conocerse porque meterse aquí en la selva o meterse en el río te lo pueden contar.Pero cuando lo vives es muy distinto, es sentirlo.
观光客短时间停留，对于族人的理解可能非常有限。但是当地的部落领袖认为，游客创造的收入让族人可以留在家乡，并且在招待游客之余继续从事传统工作。部落的观光发展该如何兼顾经济、文化保存和生态永续，需要各单位有意识的互相沟通。记者吴品如、林柏宏编译。
9月上旬，泰国暹罗湾有1/4的海域因为藻类过度生长，变成惊人的深绿色。而这些藻类的养分来自于今年数量暴涨10倍的海底浮游生物残骸。而海洋学家推估，浮游生物之所以过度繁殖，与圣婴年海水温度较高有关。
海面上的深绿色斑纹往前无限延伸。这里是泰国暹罗湾春武里省附近海域，海水因为藻类大量生长，变成绿色，甚至变得粘稠，显示出严重的藻华，也就是优氧化现象。藻华的出现，代表水中溶氧量降低到鱼虾贝类无法生存的地步。俗称孔雀蛤的养殖淡菜受到这波优氧化冲击，难逃窒息死亡的命运。
น่าจะเสียหาย100%นะครับตรงนี้นะเนี่ยพอเขย่ามันก็หล่นหมดเลยไม่มีตัวเป็นเหลือแล้วครับตายหมดทั้งหอยนางรมด้วยนะปกติมันจะมีหอยนางรมเกาะด้วย
暹罗湾淡菜年产量2000吨，其中有超过80%渔获量被严重波及而欠收。而这场灾难的罪魁祸首，竟然是不起眼的浮游生物。
แพลงก์ตอนที่มันอยู่ในน้ำเนี่ยมันกินสารอาหารจนหมดหรือว่ามันตายเพราะว่ามันไม่มีแสงนะฮะแล้วมันก็จะซากของมันเนี่ยก็จะตกลงที่พื้นท้องน้ำแล้วก็โดนย่อยสลายโดยแบคทีเรียตอนย่อยสลายเนี่ยมันก็ทำให้ออกซิเจนในน้ำหมดไปนะครับก็คิดว่ากระบวนการ eutrophication นี่แหละครับเป็นกระบวนการที่กำลังเกิดขึ้นแล้วก็ทำให้ปลาตายเยอะมากณปัจจุบัน
目前推测，今年适逢圣婴年，海水温度较高，底层食物链的浮游生物繁殖量暴涨10倍，最终导致这片海域中的氧气几乎消耗殆尽。 电脑画面显示，颜色越红的区块，氧气含量越低。研究团队比对极端气候与浮游生物大量繁殖的关联，希望能借由预测防范渔业损失。监测结果显示，遭到污染的暹罗湾海域面积将近1/4，除了藻华现象，其实还有另一半污染来自都会区排放的废水。因此，为了确保渔民收成时不受海洋污染影响，除了掌握自然气候，另一个解决之道还是取决于人类的环保行动。记者吴品如、林柏宏编译。
气候变迁造成全球频繁面临干旱问题，未来可能会有越来越多人必须依赖海水淡化，但是海水淡化技术必须使用大量的电力，是这项技术普及的一大阻碍。现在，挪威一家公司开发在深海运作的海水淡化设施，希望降低用电量，让海水淡化在世界更多地方成为水源供给的生力军。
金属机具缓缓沉入海中，这是挪威一家公司所开发的海水淡化设施，采用的是熟悉的逆渗透技术，但设置位置是在400公尺的深海。
What does water ice do? Well, we are combining two worlds of technology, existing technologies, into a new and we think a more clever way of doing RO desalination.
逆渗透技术是让海水通过一层化学薄膜去除水中的盐分与矿物质，但这海水通过薄膜的过程需要耗用大量电力，让海水淡化成本居高不下。这家公司将淡化设施设在深海，利用海水本身的压力帮助海水通过薄膜。执行长估计可以节省30%到40%能源消耗。
Because we go subsea and we utilize the hydrostatic pressure, the weight of the water above your head, we are able to save energy. And we save somewhere between 30 and 40%. It depends a little bit on kind of salinity, temperature, those kind of things, but give and take 30 to 40% energy reduction.
目前，全球海水淡化厂由于庞大的能源消耗量，大都设在能源成本低廉的中东地区。但是受到气候变迁影响，全球越来越多地方面临干旱威胁，甚至也有地下水被抽光的危险。因此，未来海水淡化需求可能会更高。
There is a give and take a billion people today who are dependent on desalination in some way, shape, and form on planet Earth. And we see that the need for desalinated water is just increasing dramatically.
一组深海海水淡化设施一天可以产生5000万公升的淡水，可以供30到40万人日常使用。公司目前放眼全球，希望建立合作关系，让这种技术成为水资源供给的生力军。记者陈忠宽、花扎信编译。
下段节目专访到夏威夷国宝级大师 Kimokeo Kapahulehua， 在50周年皇后杯支架大洋洲比赛活动期间，与我们分享夏威夷的航海文化以及和台湾原住民族双边交流的未来展望。稍后一起来听听。
Welcome to Ita, See the World. Today I'm very blessed and honored to be on Hawaii Island. And we have a special guest from Hawaii, Kimokeo Kapahulehua. He has been well known throughout Hawaii, especially on Maui, and for his tireless efforts to preserve and perpetuate Hawaiian culture and the land and the sea. So aloha, Uncle K.
Aloha.
And can you briefly introduce yourself?
My name is Kimokeo Kapahulehua, and I'm here on the 50th annual anniversary for the Queen Liliuokalani race. And so we're here today, and invited the family of the canoe from Taiwan, Taitung, Taiwan, and Taipei. So here today we're sharing their first time here on the island of Hawaii for the Queen Liliuokalani race.
Yes, thank you so much, Uncle. And just you mentioned that this is the first time Taiwan has a team to participate for the Queen canoe race.
Yes.
Can you kind of like share about, because you visit Taiwan in 2022?
Yes.
Yeah, and can you share with us about this journey and what you saw in Taiwan? And what's the story and who you meet and how it related to your future plan?
I was invited to Taiwan with Yvonne Jian, and she's a founder of Taiwan Ariga Canoe Club, Taiwan Ariga Canoe Voyaging Society, and we were there for the Blue Ocean Daily celebration in San Yuan Beach in Taitung. And this is how it all started. She wanted to bring canoes to Taiwan, and so she brought the first OC6 that was given to her from the Singapore Paddle Club. In addition, they had OC1 canoes. They have 5 of them. So it all started by having Yvonne Jian, being the founder of Taiwan Ariga Canoe Club, invited Uncle to share Hawaiian culture in Taitung, Taiwan.
In this journey, you have met a lot of indigenous peoples in Taiwan, Taitung. So can you share about this story?
Yeah, prior to going to Taiwan, she was sharing with Uncle about the 16 tribes that they have in Taitung, Taiwan. And so was really interested to go and share the canoe with several indigenous tribes. And, you know, so it was really, really exciting for them to come back to the canoe and in the ocean and in the flowing lake of Taitung. So it started all there and meeting the indigenous tribes of Taiwan, Taitung.
And in Taiwan, you also have a ceremony for the traditional canoe, right?
Yeah, so we did the traditional ceremony of the blessing of the canoe and with them and, you know, kind of share what we did there. And that was also invited them to come to the Queen Liliuokalani. And so here we are with Hunter School, Sakino, and then we're junior school, and we're with Taiwan Ariga Canoe Club and Taiwan Ariga Canoe Voyaging Society. So it's a combination, and we have 4 tribes that's here in the competition.
And can you share about the Queen Liliuokalani canoe race, because there is also like cultural events.
Yes.
And also the canoe race. Can you share the detail of this canoe race?
Yeah, more importantly, that at the 50th Queen Liliuokalani, that Kaiopua Canoe Club is a host, and they're hosting a culture night, and also on Saturday they're hosting where we pick up the torches and in memory of the paddlers that passed. But starting Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is the races, you know, and you might call it the race, but here we're talking about cultural enhancement of the sharing of all the countries that's coming here, the indigenous countries.
And can you share a little bit about the origin of the Hawaiian traditional canoe? Because outrigger canoe is kind of like a very specific canoe, and especially Austronesian.
Well, we're here at the exact location called Ke'u'ua Canoe Club, Ke'u'ua Canoe Club at Honaunau. So I came here nearly 30 years ago to meet Glenn Medeiros, who is a kahuna kalaiva'a, and sharing the protocol of going up to the mountain and getting a tree from the forest goddess called Laka, and what the responsibility as a canoe maker we have, and what the community is responsible before being awarded a canoe from the forest. You know, so we had a kuleana to make sure that we plant the trees in the mountain before we take a gift. So that was one of the things shared, and making sure that all the other plants that we're planting that related to the mountain and the middle farming and the ocean. So canoe making has a lot to do with the spiritual part and in why you have a canoe from the forest and why you ask Laka.
So how many like types of the traditional canoe? Only outrigger, or there's also like double hull type?
Well, you're speaking of the Polynesian Voyage Society, which is Hokulea, and that's in Oahu, and it's already on a voyage for a 4-year voyage from around the Pacific Ocean. And so you're speaking of that canoe. That canoe was established in the year 1976. It's an annual voyage from Maui to Tahiti. So we're going to be celebrating the 50th year of the Hokulea Polynesian Voyage Society in 2026. So we know that there's plans to come to Taiwan, and yesterday Sakino asked that they come to Taitong, Taiwan. So we are just sharing the feelings of the indigenous tribes, 16 tribes of Taitong, Taiwan, coming to there.
Yes. And when you mentioned about that before we go into the ocean, we usually have a traditional ceremony. Can you share about the ceremony?
Yeah, these are, you might say traditional, but they're ancient ceremonies that asking permission from the people of the heaven, the people of the land, people of the ocean who was here before us, so we can come into their territory and make sure that we care the heavens, the land, and the ocean like they did, so we can pass it on for generations to come. So these are ceremonies, and there's other ceremonies connected, but the real ceremony is as you make the canoe, you have to ask permission for entering and keeping the malamara heaven, malamara aina, malamara makumoana, yeah? So take care of heaven, take care of land, take care of ocean, and it will take care of you.
And what's the name of the ceremony in Hawaiian words?
You know, one of the chants is liu liu, which is asking permission, and some have tuni tamana. So depending on where you're at and who wants to use their permission chant. So each one has its own way of asking permission. It's not a general deal, so everyone can do that on their own.
And the Taiwan team finally come to Hawaii, this island, and thank you so much for the hospitality. And before the paddler go to ocean, they also have to observe the ocean and the environments, right?
Yeah, so yesterday, Nama'o Va'a, you know, Nava'a Ma'o is in Hilo with Hokulani Pihana. So she has taught us the protocol yesterday, and then we're doing another protocol with her tomorrow. So she's preparing them the culture protocol, you know, prior to the Queen Liliuokalani race. What is responsible for them to the Hawaiian culture?
Before I have interviewed the female navigator in Tahiti, and she mentioned about on the ocean, everything is answered, like the cloud, the stars, and the wind, and everything that show you the direction, right?
Yeah, so, you know, that gift was given to everybody. Yeah, Napoi Kalani, yeah? The clouds, the stars, the sun, the moon. And this gift is something that everybody know that's part of us and part of them, you know. But more specifically that we've been educated through the Polynesian Voyage Society, you know, in Oahu with the Hokulea. And so in Oahu we have 3 canoes called the Hokulea, 4 canoes, Hawaii Loa, Hikinalia, and we have Yosepa, which is the Church College of Hawaii. And then on the Big Island we have 2 canoes, Hoko Alakai and the Makali'i. And then on Maui we have a canoe called Mo'okia o Pilani. And we want to address our sincerity of a loss of our canoe called Mo'olele. And so we put our hearts out to the people in West Maui, and knowing that all of us share what happened, and then we are here to help. And we've been doing so, but anything more that we can help, we continue to do that. So many of us here at the 50th anniversary of Queen Liliuokalani come with some, what we might say, some little hurt and big hurt, you know, about the loss of our families and the loss of our homes. And so we know that the people from Taiwan made a banner and made it over there, and the banner says Maui Strong. So the people that's coming to the 50th anniversary of the Queen Liliuokalani not only celebrate that, but come in back and try to do some prayers and support for the people of Lahaina.
And I believe at this moment, Uncle K also plays an important role because you continue to perpetuate Hawaiian culture and use your power to help community, right?
Many organizations, many individuals are there giving aloha, you know, not only from Hawaii, but from the nation and from the world. So aloha is pouring in from all over the planet to help our families. So we're very thankful for that. And we still grieve the loss of our many families, and they grieve the loss of our homes down there, and the displacement of no houses, no school, things like that. So I couldn't answer, but there is a process of what you might say that we all stand together for them. And so, you know, you'll see Maui strong, Lahaina strong. So we ask everybody continue to support them, you know, and continue to reach out to them, because we have years ahead of us to first be resilient as the family in Lahaina, you know, and so.
Yes, I believe Lahaina will rebuild, and because Lahaina is strong.
And we want that to be specifically done that with the people in Lahaina. They know better of a community they would like to build, so we hope that everybody who thinking about rebuilding, please rebuild according to the people who live there and how they want their own community to be built. So that's the biggest thing that we can ask, that everybody support Lahaina and the families, how they want to rebuild their own house and rebuild their own town. So, and we make sure that they're considered first, and their ideas are considered first, you know. And they have already better ideas, and they have better things, so we ask everybody to continue to support their thoughts and their feelings of how they want to do that, you know, and especially the Hawaiian people. So listen to the Hawaiian people and build it like they would like to build it for their ancestors and themselves, and for the children.
Yes, I think that's the most important thing. Back to the Taiwan teams, they also bring the next generation. So how do you see that the next generation to prepare themselves? Because in Taiwan, there's a lot of like next generation that couldn't, you know, access to the land, the sea. It's kind of like difficult. The environment is, I don't know, the policy or the environment is not easy for the younger generation to, you know, access to the land and the sea.
Yeah, I think that we, the kupuna or the elders, mo'opuna is our grandchildren, so we want to make sure that we protect the open ocean, the open land, the open waters for the indigenous people, what they had the indigenous rights before. And it's become a big thing all over the world of global indigenous fight. So it's not a fight, it's a thing that we had, and we would like to continue to be able to use our lands for farming, use our water for drinking, and use our ocean, you know. And so we're responsible for children, how we can be inclusive culture, inclusive environment, inclusive health, and continue that for the future for our children. So in Hawaii, we have a lot of children's program we worked with, you know. But a big mahalo to all those who has the immersion language to keep our language, you know. So we have a lot of immersion schools, and like Lahaina, the immersion people are reaching out that, you know, from preschool to K-12 to have their own immersion school, and this will be the time for a rebuilding, to rebuild that, to have our own immersion school from preschool to K-12, and they've expressed their ideas and expressed how to do that. So we would like them to listen to those people so we can preserve our language, to preserve our culture.
And last question, what is your prospect for the Taiwanese voyage culture or their position in the Austronesian countries?
Oh, the prospect is great, yeah. So Hunter School has a mountain, teaching how to hunt, teaching how to farm. Hunter School also work with a kayak in the freshwater, and now working with the canoe in the salt water. So the prospect is great for us to share each other's culture and help each other in the world, you know. So there's a big movement between global indigenous conference, you know, and how all of us have the similar problems and similar things that we would like to have for our children. So it's a great exchange and a great, we can say, dances, songs, prayers, and food, and it's really powerful.
Yes, we're very honored to be here as well. And do you have any other things that you want to share with Taiwanese indigenous audience?
No, I think that we want to continue share with all the indigenous tribes in Taiwan, because they have a secret that we don't know, and we have a secret that we do have, and we can share with them about the families of the mountain, the families of the farm, the families of the ocean. So I think it's great that we go to other places and share the culture to each other. So I think it's wonderful that in Taiwan, they have many languages. So they've already got their language and doing that in the schools. English is not the first language, it's their tribal language. So it's great, and we encourage them to not lose the language, keep the language, and they'll keep that. We were 38 or 30, 40 years into the making of getting our language to be taught again in the institution. So it was never lost, but you should never lose your language.
Thank you, Uncle Kay, for your sharing today, and we learned a lot from your teaching. And we also hope that in the future we can also come to Hawaii and do more cultural exchange and learn more from the kupuna.
Well, we love it too, so keep on coming and we'll keep on exchanging, because we want to do that for our own indigenous people, but mostly trying to do and help the people in Lahaina and be resilient, and we can stand by them. And thank you for everybody to supporting the Ohana in Lahaina.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Mahalo.
Thank you.